Hi, Debra Vogler here. I'm Senior Technical Editor of Photovoltaics World Magazine, reporting from Solar Power International 2010 in Los Angeles. My guest is Simone Arizzi of DuPont Photovoltaic Solutions, and I do hope I did your name justice.
You did.
All
Thank
right,
you.
thank you. My question for you is, first of all, you gave a presentation here at SPI yesterday. Could you provide highlights of the key points for our viewers?
Yeah, sure. What I try to do in the presentation is I try to learn from other industries. And this based on the hypothesis that in the future, 10, 20 years out, the PV industry will become much, much bigger than what it is today. So what can we learn from industries that already today are much bigger? I think there are three: the automotive industry, the electronics industry, and the construction industry. And there is some key learnings that we can bring to PV from them, certainly at the material level. From the automotive industries, I think we can learn the fact that they've been able to develop cars over the decades that they've been manufacturing cars at a scale at which we see today, specifically concentrating on specific segments, so that today you don't see only one model of car or two models, you see many models which are adapted to specific segments of the population, an SUV, Jeeps, and so forth and so forth. So the same trend as the industry in PV grows, we will see, so that we will be able to see modules which are, for example, adapted to specific climatic conditions. There is another trend which I think is also will be more and more present in the PV industry, and I would encompass it under the theme of thin and light. Materials will become materials, and at the module level, the entire module will become lighter, and the various elements of it will become thinner. This trend has already started, for example, historically, when you look at the wafer itself. What can we learn from the other two industries? I think from the electronics, the electronics industry will be able to learn how systems integration can be brought at a much higher level of sophistication today. In other words, how we will be able to combine material in a much more effective way, effective in terms of performance, cost, as well as reliability. And finally, from the construction industries, we are already now able, but more so in the future, we'll be able to learn how important it is to define and find materials that last as long as possible, if possible forever, if you look at what the wishes are in many parts of the PV industry, for example, the construction industry, as well as the solar power applications.
Now, you mentioned thinner and lighter, and I believe it was today that DuPont made an announcement of work that it was done with Fuji Priam. Would you care to share some of the technical details of that work?
Yeah, so this was a development which I think will define a totally new and innovative form of a module. In fact, if you look at it, it's a much thinner module. And one of the innovations was, in fact, in how thinner the glass itself is, about a factor 3 to 4 versus the conventional glass which is used in crystalline silicon modules today. And combined with that, there was also a unique material innovation where we developed a new encapsulant to combine with the thin glass. And so the combination is a thinner, much lighter module technology, which we believe is one of the unique innovations in module technologies for today and tomorrow.
Thank you for being my guest.
You're welcome.